You have entered the Bag Show, featuring Tubbesox Spam and Mr. Wunderful Will. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Bag Show. I'm your co-host, Mr. Wunderful Will.
Wonderful Will.
Got my sidekick over here, Tubbesox Spam.
Tubbesox Spam.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's just doing well today. Well,
real talent of the show.
Yeah, he's the real talent. Well, I know he's always the real talent, but hey, got something a little disturbing I was reading today, man. I was watching the news tonight.
What is it, Wonderful Will, that you find disturbing?
Very disturbing, man. December the 4th, last Friday, there was a young man named Casey Godwin, 23 years old, was coming home from a dentist and had an encounter with a deputy sheriff working along with the U.S. Marshal Joint Task Force, and when he arrived home, got into a confrontation.
Oh, Goodson, I just seen
Goodson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I pronounce it. Yes, sorry, Casey Goodson. My bad. Casey Goodson Jr. Well, anyway, he had a verbal argument or something, and allegedly,
no witnesses.
Right.
Crazy.
Got into a shooting, and a young man was shot and killed. And now it's a community uproar about what's going on. And that's kind of disturbing. And it came to find out the young man had Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, Subway sandwiches, and was entering his home, and then was fatally shot, and then basically died right in front of his grandmother and two toddlers in the house.
Yeah, and he had his concealed permit. He was authorized to carry a weapon.
Right. But the law enforcement claiming that they was at a certain location and he drove by waving his gun, and then
that sounds stupid, man. Who waves a gun at people, man? If you're gonna do something, you're gonna point it at him. You don't just get
in front of a whole bunch of them.
That sounds kind of stupid, man.
In front of a whole law enforcement officer.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, you basically have a death wish.
Yeah, and then they saying no witnesses, no other officers witnessed the incident, and
he was with a joint task force. So did he let his co officers let him know that, hey, I'm on a call, I need y'all to back me up on this?
Man, it sounded more
a possible gun call, and he answered on his own, but you don't have no.
It sounded more and more to me, man.
Like sound right.
He wanted to go and kill somebody. That's what it sounded more like me.
Yeah,
I
was watching CNN Don Lemon, and he interviewed his mother, and she had the family lawyer with her, and she basically gave a synopsis of what happened, and basically she said he was just executed. She claimed that
what it sounds like to me too.
She was claiming that that deputy sheriff, we'll be getting his name soon. I forgot his name, but the deputy sheriff, like he was pissed off in so many words. He was pissed off and got into a confrontation with the young man, and next thing you know, shots fired.
Yeah, they say Deputy Jason Meade. He was 17-year veteran of the sheriff's office and was a retired Marine.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but at me, man, I just got a feeling, especially if they were out there with some task force looking for fugitives, and you saying a guy had a gun with you, if you put that on their radio, 4 or 5 of them gonna show up.
Man, they coming. You're not gonna
follow somebody on your own, man.
The cavalry's coming.
Yeah, especially when you already looking for fugitives and you say you see somebody with a gun.
But the thing is, he wasn't a person of interest they were looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
He said he drove by. He said they're claiming that he drove by, waved the gun.
Yeah.
At a hole with a bunch of armed law enforcement officers.
Yeah, but even if he's a suspect or not, I guarantee you, if one of the police said that a guy just went by and showed a gun at him, people are gonna show up. Yeah, they ain't gonna be like, okay, hey, well, dude, you gonna handle that one by yourself.
No,
we'll do the rest.
You don't handle gun calls by yourself. And I'm not a police officer, but I know that's kind of common sense there.
Yeah, but what that man, it sounds like to me, I think this dude that Deputy Meade was probably out, doing his
fishing.
Basically, yeah, and trying to catch something else that they might have been out there, couldn't catch any real fugitives.
His mother said that.
And
his mother said something to that effect because he said he was pissed off because they didn't get the person they wanted.
Yeah,
and so he saw the first
and then they have low expectations with like the younger black kids. They probably assuming all of them have a warrant. You know what I'm saying? All of them are wanted and probably, I can just stop him, and more than likely he'll turn up with a warrant. And then got pissed, which I would get pissed too, man. If I had just came from the dentist and got me a Subway sandwich and trying to head home, and somebody just stopping you, you haven't done anything, and you almost hit the house and lying, I'd have been like, man, nobody bothering me. And that's what it sounds like, because I know some of these police,
I think, got pissed off.
Yeah, get pissed off when they tell you to do something and you don't do it. Like right then, he probably just got so pissed off and lost it. Especially when the guy is at the house, man. How do you get shot? And they said the guy was shot when he was inside.
He fell through the door.
Yeah. They said he had put the key in the door, and it was stepping into the door. Then the guy shot him. He was home free.
And then
shoot him, man.
I mean, so
that's
how?
But
just imagine, I got one hand with the key, turn the doorknob. Other hand, I got a Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, you can't.
Come on, man.
Yeah, unless he put the gun in his mouth and turned his neck. But if you got a hand on there, and then you got a hand on the door and the keys, and then you got a hand holding the sandwiches. I said, how can you can't pour the gun at anybody, man. They never said if he like dropped the sandwiches. It'd been different. He said he dropped the sandwiches and then reached in his waistband and got the gun and shot him.
Right.
But it's just I think the guy just got pissed off, man. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, man. One of those hot heads.
Yeah. Want to be the man and stuff. Probably like, because they probably go out there like people go fishing. You want to catch at least one thing. You don't want to go out, spend all day and not catch anything. And so he's probably just looking for something. They couldn't get what they really wanted, so he's like, man, I'm going to just get something.
Well, I know they said the department he works for, they want to do an investigation, but they was declined. They said, no, they're not going to be able to do it because pretty much the Fed's going to investigate it. And see, the United States, the United States attorney, and his name is David D. Villers. He's going to be conducting an investigation to see if any of his civil rights was violated. The person shot. They check and see if his civil right was violated. So he's going to be heading the investigation. And now we're going to be another whole mess, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's going down, man. That area. I'm just looking at it right now, man. They got black men and teens killed in recent years. Okay, they had Julius Tate, who's 16-year-old, shot by an officer December 18th during a sting operation. Then they got Kareem Ali Nadir Jones, a 30-year-old. He was shot July 17th. And Tyree King, a 13-year-old, basically a baby, 13 years old, killed by police September 16th.
All of this year?
No, these are just different years. I was just saying.
Oh, okay.
And Henry Green, 23-year-old, he was shot in June of 16.
Yeah, that was a lot of shootings.
A lot of shootings for that area. Yeah, for the kill young black ones. And then you ought to go see. They need to go look and like cross-reference to see how many white teens got killed. And I guarantee you it's going to be zero. Well, I guarantee you, man. It's like when they see somebody black, it's just automatically, it's like their spidey senses go up and they get scared and they're thinking, the black kid is going to do something.
Right.
Instead of them just imagine just a black kid trying to mind his own business, go home and get into his house and eat a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, but I know there'll be cases where, even though these younger generation, they're not the most respectful people, and they're going to say some smart things to you, but you just going to have to just like, man, if it's not threatening you, your life is not being threatened, why are you putting a gun out?
Yeah. But hurting the police feelings is not a crime.
Right.
Just somebody get disrespectful and all that. I'm like, dude, you got to, if you get so mad when people say something to you. You probably shouldn't be a police officer, man.
Right, you got a temper, man. You can't control your temper.
Yeah, because situations like this, especially if you one of these people that are already on edge, and he was in the Marine Corps, guy might even be suffering from PTSD already. And then you say something, and it just sets you off, and you already on edge. Mm-hmm. And and then a lot of these, especially a lot of the white officers, they want you they want black people to do what they tell you to right then and right there, because that shows you like a contrast with what's the little white guy, the one that they donated all this money to him, the one that killed,
shot those people.
Yeah, the one that got the shoot. But this guy has shot people, and he's still walking around with a gun.
But Ryan, what's his name? Something Ryan. Last name's Ryan, I think.
Yeah, but they don't draw down on him or nothing. No one
he walked
shot
up
somebody.
To him.
Went up to him, and you don't draw down on him. But a guy with a sandwich, and I'm pretty sure they probably never seen the gun on him. I think it was a lie. They probably after the fact when they searched him and found the gun, then they were probably got him, and then they come find out he's licensed, and then they went down here from that. But
I guess
when they do that autopsy, it's gonna straighten up a lot of this stuff.
Well, especially if that bullet enter his body from his back, you better have a good ass story to tell.
Man. Yeah, but that's just
because that's totally suspect.
Yeah, and then they're trying to say no civilian witnesses or no police witnesses.
So
nobody saw it
That's weird.
Yeah, you done made it because. Hell, man, you even seen these videos when somebody, they can say anything. Any little small call on a black man, and you're going to see 5 million, like George Floyd, they said about passing, which wasn't even a crime, no gun or anything involved, about using counterfeit money, and you got, what was it, like five people there? 4 or 5, however many officers, and that was with no gun involved, no weapon involved. That was just a report of counterfeit money, but you got 4 or 5 officers show up for that. But you mean to tell me nobody else is gonna show up with a report of a gun?
Right.
That's crazy, man.
Man, gun calls. Most police officers are not going to handle a gun call by themselves. Just depending on the circumstances. If somebody actually shooting at them, of course you're gonna draw your gun and then be by yourself until your backup gets there. But if you're just making a stop, and especially you calling out on I got a person armed, your backup is coming.
Yeah, and you are already out looking for fugitives, so I'm pretty sure they had guys out there with with the big guns out there, and expecting something big to go down, but you just choose to go do something on your own with no witnesses. That means, to me, it's like you wanted to go do something and you didn't want anybody to mess your story up, so you went and did it by yourself.
Right.
They'll get to the bottom of it, man.
Well, man,
we will.
Well, I just really, my heart goes out to the mother, because watching her on CNN, man, she's holding it together the best way she can. And
I hadn't heard of that one till you told it to me.
Yeah, man, that kind of messed with me. That was disturbing. It's one thing you shooting that officer, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That person also has a right to defend him or herself. But if I was an officer and I'm seeing somebody with keys and some sandwiches in their hand, the last thing I want to do is draw my gun.
Yeah, and then how safe was that? You see the guy going into a house, you don't know who else is in there, and you shooting. You could have killed whoever was in there.
Yeah, right.
Bullets could have. I don't know, was he in a house or apartment or what?
I don't know if it was an apartment. I think it was a house, but he was just entering his home.
Yeah, but bullet could have, bullet can go through somebody, go through walls and everything, man. But you just shooting.
It can go right through flesh.
Yeah, exactly, man. And go there and hit somebody else, man. So that, whoever that officer,
reckless.
You can tell right now he doesn't make good decisions, man.
Right,
He's,
man.
They need to send him back to be trained again, man. Like they keep saying, defund the police or whatever. They need to do something, man. It's getting crazy now, man. People are tired. Man. It's like you being a shooting duck out here, man.
Well, man, I think they're gonna have to do some type of reforms, man. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Now, it's one thing, like I said, if if that young man would have shot at him, discharged his gun at him,
Yeah,
all bets are off.
Yeah, man.
All bets are off. May the best man win. But I mean, you see somebody with, if I see somebody carrying a sandwich, that person is intention to go home and eat
it. Yeah, 'cause you know them damn Subway sandwiches, they put that oil and vinegar, they get soggy quick. So you know he's trying to get home and eat it.
Right.
So you got anything else to say, man? About but keep people safe. Y'all stay safe out here because you are you're a target. You got a target on your back.
Right. Not just
the previous years. Back in the day, the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 50s, 60s. They could do that and get away with it.
Man, it's hard to
question.
tell. I remember my dad was telling me right when I was 16 years old, started driving. He sat me down, gave me this long speech. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Know where your vehicle information, your insurance card, keep it at your reach.
Gonna shoot you.
But now, if you try to tell them now, it's just like it's not even working either now.
Yeah, nothing is working, man.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you in the home. What's the guy that got shot for eating ice cream in his own apartment?
Shot and killed, the best thing I can just suggest to do is buy your damn camera.
That and arm yourself, because I got a feeling it seems like we're going to get to the point where people are going to start arming themselves just against the police, and they're going to have to look at these cases not just being somebody shot a police
or anti-police. People are actually afraid.
Yeah, and you had a reason to defend yourself against the police. That's what it's going to get down to, man. Yeah.
But I would just say, my thing is, go to Amazon. They have all kind of cool stuff, video footage you can buy.
Yeah, get you.
Excuse me.
That messed up though that you have to go through all that. Just just average everyday life. You have to wear. The police are already wearing them. Yeah. But this guy didn't even have a camera. But it's messed up. They putting the burden on innocent black people. You got to prove
protect
that you
yourself.
Weren't doing anything, man.
I don't care if you use your phone. If you don't have video, you put that phone on record.
Yeah, just get it.
If you can have it sent to a cloud, do that too.
Yeah, that's the best way, because they can try to get your phone and delete your phone or something like that. But at least it's
or
on
destroy
the phone. Yeah. Once it gets automatically to the clouds, you got it.
Yeah, and it's too bad you got to go through all this just to protect yourselves, man. But
just to go get a Subway sandwich and go to the dentist.
Damn. He just came from the dentist, so you could tell. Evidently, this man didn't have any intentions of doing anything illegal. Yeah, exactly. He was just running his errands. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that just didn't even sound right to me, that you riding by and you just decide to wave a gun. That story just sounds stupid, man.
Right. Well, we thank you all for listening in for this show, man. We just pray for this family, and to that deputy sheriff, you better hope your damn story is straight, because
it won't be.
I know he's gonna like her. I'm pretty sure they trying to concoct some story.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be more of a my word against his word.
Yeah, exactly. Situation. That's what they already. When I read that article, they already made it sound like no witnesses, so it's gonna be, and the dead man can't talk. So
right. All right then. Well, you all have a great day, great week, and a great life. And stay tuned.
That spiritual vitamin to you.
And stay tuned to the one of our next show. We'll be with y'all. And just stay safe out there, and that's all we can just tell you all what to do.
For shizzle.
And always remember, folks, God is love, and love is God. Peace. Hey, this is Wunderful Will of the Bag Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Bag Show. We appreciate your support in advance. Peace.